All right, everybody, welcome back to the Friday Night Prepper pre-party show. We are going a little bit off format today, so I want to let you know a couple quick things before we get introduced. Mike here, who I think most of you all know. This is not a monetized video today. I intentionally demonetized it, so you should not be getting a commercial, and if you do, feel free to skip out of it. And I did not put any affiliate links in the description of this one as well, and I don't want any super chats or super thanks. Instead, what I want you to do, if you want to do something for my channel tonight, is head on over to Mike's channel over at Hudson Valley Prepping and Survival. And we've got that scrolling down the bottom there, and I've got it in the description. And give him a subscribe. Watch a couple. So here's the trick, guys. You got to watch. If you subscribe, you got to watch a couple minutes of a video, at least a minute, or else the subscription won't hold. So YouTube will yank it back out, and they'll say it's false engagement. So watch a minute of one of his videos. Leave a like, leave a comment. And if you want to help me out, that would help me out tonight. This is just my little peaceful protest in solidarity with my brother here.
Appreciate it. Prepping with Sarge. Thank you so much for having me tonight, bro.
Yeah, it's the least I can do, man. You've been a good member of the community. You've been a good friend to our channel. And actually, let's just go ahead and get right into it. I don't want to waste people's time tonight. And then
right on.
We'll talk about it, and then we'll stop and say hi to the chat after that. Okay.
You got it.
For those who weren't aware, right? I think a lot of my audience is already subscribed to you, but if there is a few that haven't, what happened, man?
So Monday, this past Monday, I was reading the news. I was doing a news broadcast Monday morning, just reading off the headlines of the day, and ironically I got into a story about AI, right, and how AI was going to, once it became smarter than all humans combined, there was no way to put the genie back in the bottle, right? So I'm reading this story about AI, and all of a sudden I commonly copy and paste the links into the chat so folks can get the articles, especially the folks who are there live, can just grab them and have them open later to check them out after the stream or during the stream. It doesn't bother me. But sharing the source material. And I went to post it in the chat, and it said that live chat's not available on this video. I'm like, what the heck? What did I do? So I tried again to share it, and no, it wouldn't go. And I'm like, what the heck? And then all of a sudden my phone's blowing up. My moderators are texting me, what happened? I'm like, I don't know. And I tried to go live again and said, well, live streaming is disabled on this thing for content policy violation. I hadn't even received an email yet. It was just the instant acts rate. They cut the feed to the stream. I don't think I was talking about anything controversial.
Yeah.
I don't think I crossed any lines. And the one thing that I did receive from them was an email with a blank screen with a timestamp on it of 1 minute and 4 seconds.
Okay.
That's the only thing I received from them. It said the violation occurred somewhere around here. And I'm like, 1 minute and 4 seconds. Like, I just started the stream up saying hello to people. What did I do? And then it occurred to me that I hit play. On the intro video. And folks who know me know that we push the envelope around Hudson Valley Prepping and Survival for sure. And we're known for our edgy content and not really biting our tongue. And They said that my live stream violated the firearms policies of live streaming, and they removed it from the internet and banned me from live streaming together. So I've been waiting for emails from the tube, and I just sent you the one that I got today. It's like more questions than answers. Yeah. I don't know. I don't even know if there's any actual people that work at YouTube or if it's just all AI bots.
Yeah.
I actually asked the AI bot if it was an AI bot, and I think it lied to me, Sarge. I think it told me it was human, but I'm pretty sure that was a bot.
You can't trust these things anymore, man.
No.
All right, let's pause there. Let me say hi to chat, and then we're gonna dig into this a little bit more and try to figure out what the heck happened. So, hello to NYC OG Prepper. And by the way, I saw your thing earlier today, OG, that they're screwing with him too, and like taking subscribers away, taking views away.
Yeah.
And I've hit some of this stuff too. Not nearly like what you encountered. I'll tell you what I've encountered, but I've encountered my own little problems with this stuff too. I know at one point Steve, Corsair Trainers, who's in the chat here, he's one of my moderators. They cut one of his. They've done it a couple times to him. They just squelched his stream.
Mm-hmm.
So hey to Rob, hey Sunflower, thank you guys. Orlando Prepper, it's good to see you. Appreciate you. Southern Tier Prepper, thank you so much. Coffee First Then Speak, appreciate all of you. Corsair Trainers, thank you. Grit and Grace, thank you so much for joining us. Wayne, Becoming Dangerous, thank you. Prepper for the Ages, thank you for joining us. Appreciate you all. James, good to see you, my friend. All right, did I get everybody? Scrolling. Vanessa Kitty, how are you doing tonight? Rob B, if I didn't say it before, thank you for joining. All right, I think I got everybody that's chimed in. If there's anybody lurking, hello to you as well. Yeah, Southern Tier Prepper is hitting some problems too. Yeah, it's weird, and that happens on Instagram as well. Let me put her comment up so everybody can see what we're talking about. Where if you go over a milestone, right, like 500, 1,000, or whatever, it's like there's an internal audit system that's like, oh, let's go and check. Oh, this might be a false one. This might not be a real subscriber. Let's take 10 away, and you have to like keep pushing to go over those.
Yeah,
it sucks. Vanessa Kitty says certain words can get you banned from channels by YouTube directly, and there's no recourse. There's no formal review process. That's it. Like you can't even get like a good answer. You can't get
no.
You know, so you ask like, okay, or you appeal, and presumably a human looks at it. I don't know. But
I don't think so.
Most of the time sometimes you don't get an answer back at all. Like all of a sudden everything works again. I've had that, right? So like some of my stuff, and I had one recently that got the not eligible for monetization. Go to my videos, got that. And I was looking at it and I couldn't figure it out. Went through the terms of service, and then I think what it was, honestly, this is so stupid. There's on my news clips, I don't know if you've seen the daily news clips I've been doing.
Yeah.
So I've been putting little funny things on there just to add a little humor to it. And I had Napoleon Dynamite doing his dance.
Yeah.
And then I put a girl, it was just like an anime girl twerking in front of it, so it looks like he's spanking her. And I think that's what it was.
That's enough. That's enough, Sarge. Too much funny for one. Oh God.
And when you look at like some of the stuff that's out there, I mean, like there's people practically doing softcore porn on.
Oh yeah. I've had people in my streams tell me that they were scrolling YouTube shorts and literally came across a guy smoking meth, and that's fine. But God forbid I read the news and have an edgy intro. That's a problem. I talked with my good friend Prepper now, and I talk with him in the back channels, not just on YouTube. And his consensus was that they are seeking out clear, smart voices that could potentially sway people's decision making, and they're culling them from the platform altogether because they don't want these folks to know anything other than the propaganda that they're spoon-fed every day by mainstream media,
And it's like, if I just want to do content talking about like hurricane preparedness and tornado preparedness, they're probably going to leave you alone, right?
Yeah.
But then I feel like I lack authenticity because I've been trying to prepare my audience for these terrorist situations that.
Absolutely.
And I've told people where my sources are. I'm not just like one of these YouTubers that says, I got a warning from a friend that I've got in the deep government,
Yeah.
I give you my sources when I can. I do have a couple people that sometimes can feed me a little information. And when I do, I say, I can't tell you who this is. I'm sorry. You take it at face value or don't believe me. That's okay. But in this case, with what's going on with the terrorist stuff, I've been saying this is not even coming from me or a friend of mine. This is coming from Sarah Adams. She's a former CIA targeter, and it's on the Sean Ryan show. Go and check my source. Okay.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't be talking about this on my channel if it was just like, hey, I want to, fear porn is good for my channel.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't want to talk about this stuff. It's dreary. It's not.
It is. It really is.
Style, right. But I also I feel like with my audience, I want them to be aware, and I want to spread the word on this. And we have to be authentic,
Yeah, totally. I say I'm unapologetically me on the channel all the time. When if you meet me in person, you're going to get the same person that you see on the channel for the most part. Maybe just not quite as talkative because, I talk for an hour straight when I go live. But in person, I'm not going to, chat your ear off for the whole hour. But you always want to be yourself. You always want to tell the truth. You always want to bring facts, I'm not a propaganda pusher. I'm not gonna toe the mainstream talking points. Just not my thing, man.
At the same time, I feel like, when I watch you guys, whether it be the Four Horsemen or you and Livingston Man, you guys, yeah, your show's edgy, but I've never seen you guys like cross the line, right? Like,
no, well, there was one I went a little off the rails on, but
you did.
yeah.
I didn't see that one, but I've never seen you guys. I personally have never seen you guys do anything that would be like, oh yeah, that's probably not going to be okay,
Yeah. We get banned for the stupid stuff. I guess I don't understand it. Their algorithms are drunk. They need to go home and take the rest of the week off and try again on Monday.
Yeah. And to be clear, it was the intro, right? That's what you think?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the timestamp said 104, and it was probably around that time that I hit the button for the intro. I can't go back and check. It's gone now, I can't even go back and look. So they completely removed the entire live stream from the platform. And if you think it was an intro or something like that, and the biggest kicker is it's something I've been using for months. I made it like 2.5 months ago, and then I started using it on the morning newscasts. And the only other option in my mind is that somebody was physically there and saw the intro and said, oh, this isn't allowed. We can't allow this stuff on YouTube. We have to hit the report button. And they hit the report button, and here I am.
That's definitely possible, because that could have been enough that like an AI then said, let me look, right?
Yeah.
And then the AI said, oh, naughty,
Yeah. I don't know.
So what was in this intro that just, you and I talked about for my audience.
So original music, we make all of our own original music, or my brother does, or the Livingston Man does. So I took an original song and put some stock footage over it. It's something that you can find on the internet for free. I use pixabay.com for stock footage. It's a great resource, and it's free, majority of it. So I grabbed a clip of a guy who was looking through the scope of an AK-47, right? And he's kind of hiding in the bushes, all sniper style. There's that scene, and then it cuts. And then there's a scene of like a tower and some barbed wire. And then that scene cuts, and there's a guy on a mounted machine gun lighting up stuff at the range. And I guess that's enough to trigger it, man. So you guys got to be really careful.
I'm wondering if it was an AI, if it saw that and thought that was what you were streaming. You know what I mean? Could be.
I got to tell you, Sarge, though, it was so late to the game. Yeah. You know how they pride themselves on, if there's something on the internet, we're going to cut the feed right away.
Yeah.
Well, at the 104 mark was when they flagged this live stream, but I got 22 or 26 minutes into the stream before they actually cut the feed.
Yeah.
Mid-sentence, gone.
Yeah.
Can't go back, can't comment, nothing. It's just removed from the platform.
Yeah, it could have been a latecomer started the stream late at that point.
Right.
That kind of makes sense, right? Like somebody was like, oh, this guy's streaming. I like prepping content or whatever. Let me check this out. And then he starts from the beginning. He's like, oh, naughty firearms.
Exactly.
We have to report this man. It cannot be allowed. We cannot have this on the platform. This is dangerous.
He's a bad man. Sorry. I almost got you.
Almost. That was a close one.
Yeah. So recently I had something with my mental health channel, which just like actually some of the people that are here tonight were there when that happened. And again, racking my brain trying to figure out what it was. And my best guess, because they don't tell you, is that because I was talking about a mood disorder when people get very sad. And that I did with people suddenly stop taking things that was prescribed for them, that it could actually make that worse and put them in danger of doing something that they shouldn't do.
Right.
And I think that's what it was, that the, whatever, like AI or whatever, like was like, oh, is somebody about to do something bad? We better cut this,
Yeah.
And I didn't get like hammered like you did, where they were like, you can't ever live stream again and all this other crap.
Yeah.
But I think they were like, we're just not going to let this pass, just in case he's about to do something bad.
It's crazy, man. It's crazy. They need to better train their AIs for sure. And I hate to say give them a more human element or something like that, but I don't know.
Yeah, it's too aggressive, and I get that. Like, right now as we're streaming here, there's millions of people streaming, right? Or at least hundreds. Of thousands, at least hundreds of thousands of people are streaming, and so I get that they don't have enough people to keep to, so they have to like build an algorithm to check that, but it's just too aggressive. And I showed Mike over on Instagram. Instagram's just as bad, if not worse. I have a ton of problems over there with, their rules are very inconsistent. At one point you could post knife pictures and knife videos. Then all of a sudden, without warning to the content creators, they just started hammering us with like violation. And then it got lifted for a little while. So we're like, oh, okay, they must have walked it back.
Yeah.
And then without a warning, they started hammering us again. And then it was, well, if you show it with food, it's okay because it's culinary use. And then they whacked us again. And then finally, the last time I got hit with it, I'm like, I just got to stop, because like they really like almost shut my channel down on Instagram.
Wow.
And I appealed it, and it was like, nobody was responding to the appeal, and then the appeal button was taken away. Like I couldn't even appeal it anymore. So I'm like,
holy cow.
Yeah, now I've pissed them off.
let's just remove that button from Sarge's equation.
They're tired of Sarge at this point. And then
wow.
I showed Mike, they got me with one that they labeled as pornography, which is, it's for those of you guys who've seen it from Men in Black, when Will Smith asks Tommy Lee Jones, is it worth it? And he says, oh yeah, it's worth it if you're strong enough. And I posted that, and I said, and it was just like a joke, like when you're trying to post non-knife content, even though you know it's going to get you in trouble, and Tommy Lee Jones turns around and he says, oh yeah, it's worth it if you're strong enough, and they marked it as pornography.
They are stretching, man. They are stretching hard. I know if you used to go to follow me on Instagram, you would get it. If you went follow, it would pop up with a warning first that said that this content creator repeatedly posts misinformation. Are you sure you want to follow this content creator? So it questioned you. And then if you clicked yes, it would say, are you really sure you want to follow this content creator? And you would have to double click yes just to follow me.
So basically making people feel like they're a villain if
you follow me, you're rolling with the troublemakers. I don't know what to tell you.
As Steve says, it's not just YouTube. Other folks will do stuff to you. Yes, that's true too. Like if somebody doesn't like you, they will keep reporting your channel, and then what that probably does is that it's like YouTube gets hyper vigilant on you.
Yeah, totally could be. Haters gonna hate, Steve. Haters gonna hate, man.
Yep. Hey everybody who popped in. I saw Vision pop in, and Rural 2 I see. It's good to see you guys. Silver Oceans, I hope you guys are having a great night. And we're, like I said, we're not going to be too long here. Just wanted to kind of get the word out here. No worries, Wayne, if you got to go, be safe, please. And I wanted to scroll back here. Was it Coffee First that said that? Somebody said, Coffee First. We'll keep your family in our prayers there. I don't want to put that up for everybody. I don't know if you're comfortable with that or not, but if you got to go, understood, and keeping your family in our prayers. All right, just seeing if I missed anybody else before we start. Hey, Bacon, it's good to see you. Rumor has it. So Bacon says, rumor has it that Hudson Valley got cut as he was given the reason pizza from New York isn't the greatest despite the water they use. New
York pizza is the greatest, Bacon. New York pizza is the greatest. I can take you to the greatest pizza spot. It's right here in Red Hook.
I you know what? I'm from Boston, and I will acknowledge that. I will concede.
That's it. Yeah, New York throws down on the pizza.
Yeah, McAbee, it's good to see you. I hope you're having a great night. And let me see, did I miss anybody else? All right, Kanzi, thank you for joining us. Appreciate you. Thank you so much. Y'all are awesome. What a great audience. Okay, so once again, Utah Mike, thank you. Anybody who's joining in now, just real quick, this video is, I intentionally did not monetize this, so you shouldn't be seeing a commercial. If you are, feel free to click off. The purpose for that is, if you want to do anything for me tonight, this is just me giving my little peaceful protest in support of Mike and Hudson Valley Prepping and Survival. So if you could, if you're not already subscribed, please go over to his channel, give him a subscribe, listen to this carefully now. Watch at least a minute or two of a video, or else it won't stick. YouTube's going to say, nope, that's not a real subscriber, and it'll take it away. So watch a minute or two, then leave a like, leave a nice comment for him. And then, it's one way that we can help each other out, because let's finish with this, Mike. Really, the bottom line is, for whatever reason right now, these platforms, they don't like self-sufficiency. They're the type of content that we're putting out there. I guess it's because they tie it into conspiracy theories or fake news or whatever. I don't, I don't know what their thinking is. I don't think I've ever put out fake news. I might give you my opinion on something, and then I'll say, this is my opinion. And I don't think I've ever seen you do that either. We might talk about something and like, hey, this is what some other people are saying, but decide for yourself. Right.
Exactly.
So because we're in this boat right now, and this goes for a lot of the other channels too, that are in chat, they're just not going to promote us right now. Right. So
correct.
Word of mouth, guys, help each other out. Right. Like if there's any community that needs to be helping each other out, this is it. Right. The more we have this little infighting and bickering and whatnot, it doesn't do any of us any good. So help each other out. Check out other channels here that are in the chat. Spread the word. If you find something that you like, tell your friends about it, because that's right now, I think that's the only way we're going to get real good growth. Absolutely.
I totally agree, Sarge. Organic growth from inside the community is the absolute best way. I honestly don't need people subscribing to the channel who aren't going to watch the content, who don't engage. I would much rather learn something from a subscriber than have somebody who just comes and watches a video and then says, oh, okay, I subscribed. I did my part. Yeah. I want the people, I want the community more so than I want the numbers on the page, honestly.
Fair point. Yeah.
So engage, guys, engage. If you're coming to the channel, please say hello. I appreciate it. I will reply to your comment as long as it's not crazy off the wall and my response would get me in trouble. Because let's face it, I'm from New York. I tell it like it is.
And if you guys somehow haven't seen his videos, and especially the live streams, HVPS has some of the most fun live streams that you're going to see in this community.
We try.
So, yeah. You guys always do a fun job, whether it be you and Livingston Man or you and the Four Horsemen or the guests that you've had on. It's always worth people's time to go check it out, because I think you make it really, really not just informative, but entertaining as well.
Thank you. Appreciate it, Sarge.
And we can't get into our details yet, but you and I are cooking up something good.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's right.
So stay tuned. We'll hope to be able to bring you guys details on this soon. We're trying to nail down just a couple little things.
That's right.
We're waiting for some final little details to work in, and then we'll be able to announce, but we're cooking up something good for the community. So you guys.
Yeah.
Sarge got something in the oven, baby.
It's going to be a good one.
Absolutely.
All right, let's go ahead and wind this one down so people can go enjoy their Friday. Do you have anything you want to say before we kill the switch on this one?
Keep gathering together, guys. If it's not on YouTube, find each other on Facebook, find each other on Instagram, find each other on other platforms. Branch out. If you're a content creator, start branching out right now if you haven't already. Make a Facebook page, make a Facebook profile, make a Facebook group so we can all come hang out with you and share information there. Do what you can to get the message out. I mean, spread it as far and wide as you can, or as much as you like. Maybe I'm not your cup of tea and you're like, the heck with him. I get it. I'm not for everybody. So I appreciate you anyway. Thank you.
Hey, Mike, I want to say just for my final words here, I want to say thank you so much for coming on and sharing your story. I think it was important that we get the word out on this. And I know I hit you last minute with this, like literally just a few hours ago.
No problem, man.
I sent him a message and I said, hey, I'm going to be talking about what happened for your channel tonight. Are you available? And he, of course, answered the call. So appreciate you coming on.
No problem, Sarge. Thank you so much for having me, bro.
Of course. All right, everybody out there in the community, you have a great weekend. Be safe. Keep planting your seeds. Keep stacking your silver. This is Hudson Valley Prepping and Survival and Prepping with Sarge.
Audio.